Hello, I'm happy you're here. Welcome back to my 11 video running series where I'm getting ready for a half marathon. This will be my third half marathon. My goal right now, running wise, is to be consistent with my training, and my goal for my half marathon is to not walk. That's pretty much it. I know that I'll finish it. I believe in myself that I will finish it within the time allotted. But last year when I did this half marathon, I did walk because I came out the gate too hot. We don't want to do that. So that's the goal this year going into the half marathon. It is 6:30 in the evening. I am going to be getting ready to go out on my run. It was like 82 degrees outside today, but now it's cooled off to a balmy 77. So I'm just waiting another 30 minutes to really get like the dusk time, get that tree cover, get some shade, and really get like that nice piece of weather. Even though if I had run this morning, it would have been beautiful. It was like 67 this morning and it took a really long time to warm up. I think we're finally getting rain tomorrow. It has been such a dry summer. Like, the grass is brittle. It is crispy. It is falling apart. It is dust. I'm surprised that it's just not sand dunes out there at this point. So we are meant to be getting some rain tomorrow, not until the afternoon. I don't even know how much. It's probably gonna be like nothing. And then the rest of the week is anywhere from 68 to 79. So we're cooling off this week, which is exciting. Hopefully that will help factor into consistency for my runs. The run scheduled for this afternoon is either a 5K or a cross train session. So since I am going out on a run, we will do the 5K. We're not going to try to push for time or anything because we do have an 11-mile run planned for tomorrow. Even with the rain, I think we'll be fine with the amount of rain. We'll just be out in it. Looking forward to it, actually. Compared to how hot my run was last video, yeah, I'll be happy to run in the rain. We'll save that for tomorrow. One run at a time. I cannot get ahead of myself. We're just shooting for consistency. My hair is to be ignored today. Also, Owen picked out this scrunchie for me today to tie my braids together with. Very festive. I'm also pushing off this run until 7 because I had a big pasta dinner, so I'm letting that kind of like settle. Okay. When I started that run, I realized that I had no room on my phone for like any video, so you got the ending watch shot. I did the 5K. It went fine. I actually, halfway through, had the worst stitch of my life. I have not had a stitch in my side that bad in a really long time. But I am going to drink this tea, get really out of focus, and take a shower, and then we will go over the stats. Should I redo this clip when I'm actually in focus? Yes. Am I? Nope. I will see you in a second. Oh, new bathrobe just dropped. Okay, let's see. The run today, again, the worst stitch. It hurt so bad. But my average pace was 10 minutes, 57 seconds a mile, which is exciting. The elevation gain was only 179 feet, which I was looking at last year's race, and the elevation gain for that was like 289. So it's not as hilly as I remember in my head. I think just because I was struggling so hard, but then I checked my paces again and my paces weren't like that over the top. I did have like a rough couple of weeks leading up to race day though, so that definitely could have contributed to it. But let's look at our laps here. We've got 10 minutes 36 seconds, 11 minutes 38 seconds, 10 minutes 57 seconds, and then the last tenth of the run was at a 8-minute 47-second minutes a mile. But obviously, like, that's the last little sprint bit and it's relatively flat coming up on the end, so I was well enough to push it a little bit faster. Yeah, overall I'm feeling pretty good about this. The slowest mile has the biggest gain, I think. Can I look at that? I would love if I could look at that. And the weather was 75 degrees. It was perfect. It was beautiful. Other than that terrible stitch in my side, I would say it was an overall good run. I felt decent. But yeah, that little stitch kind of got me. Compare that to the 5K I ran in the blistering heat. I went from an average pace of 11 minutes 48 seconds a mile to 10 minutes 57 seconds a mile. So not being in the disgusting heat helped. Shaved nearly a minute off. Feeling optimistic. Hello, sweetheart. You want some pets? Who wants to see more of Mala? Other than the looming 11-mile run on my brain, it has been a very like laid back, lazy Sunday. We have just been hanging out, been doing a little reading. I read so much of this book last night. I think I read until like 2 a.m. probably. This was my most anticipated release of the year. And after about 15% of the way through, once I like finally got into like the writing style is gorgeous. Once I finally got like into it, the plot started picking up and I was like, oh, okay, now we're in it. We are absolutely in it. I'm so enjoying it. But this is just not a daytime read. I can't really read this with the kids around because I'll just keep getting interrupted. But I hope to finish this tonight. So that much to go, and I'm hoping to finish it. I'm having so much fun with this. So I asked the kids to go upstairs and go get dressed because we are planning to go take a Target run today, get some school supplies, and also get some back to school outfits. My kids receive a lot of secondhand clothes, so Owen or Poppy really have never really picked out their own clothes or things that they like for themselves. So I wanted to go and get each of them like maybe an outfit or maybe like 2 shirts or something that they pick for themselves, because again, like we always get stuff secondhand, so they've never really shopped for themselves or picked out clothes to their taste. And I think it's time to start introducing that, especially for Owen. But obviously I said, hey, go get dressed so we can go to the store, which he's been asking to do for a week and a half now. And then they just went directly into playing, and I'm like, it's a lazy Sunday. I'm not in a rush. It's been sunny hot all morning. Surprisingly, I thought it was meant to be a bit more overcast, so it's like 82 degrees. So I'm not doing my run. I'm gonna shoot for like 4:30 to start. So we have 5 hours before then. So it'll be fine. Play, enjoy your morning, enjoy the weekend. It is the last week of summer. We have our summer countdown chain going, this many chains until school starts. And yeah, we've just been like chilling, watching TV. I was sat there and then the kids covered me in toys. So we've been vibing. Cinnamon rolls for breakfast, like just happy little Sunday. Whoo-hoo, something about me today is that I am eating too much sugar. Today I am like up to here with all of the sugar I've been eating. Like it's too much. We went to Target. It was medium successful. I think I'm going to go to a different store maybe tonight or tomorrow, like this week sometime, to get the rest of the school supply shopping. It just got very chaotic too quickly with the kids. Not that they were necessarily chaotic, like they were mostly fine. Overall listening was fine. They both picked out t-shirts. Owen went Pokemon heavy. Poppy picked out this lunchbox for herself because she's doing preschool this year. She got a Hot Wheels lunchbox, so then she also had to get a Hot Wheels shirt to match her lunchbox. And then she got a cute little Halloween dress. I mean, overall like $16 to $18 for both of them to get t-shirts. Again, they mostly get everything secondhand, and we're gonna keep that secondhand stuff coming in. And as they get older, I think we'll transition to having like a budget for back to school outfits and like shopping stuff, and then they can make their decisions. I would like to start bringing them more to like Goodwill and secondhand shops, because that's how I buy all of my clothes. I buy probably 99% of my clothes, like anything that I wear maybe not 99, maybe like 95% of everything I wear is secondhand, unless it is sport equipment. So like my bike shorts, I buy new because I know that I'm going to wear them to death. Like I know that I'm going to use them. I buy my running shoes brand new, like stuff like that I will get new. Everything else, it's probably secondhand. And I will start incorporating them into that and just like understanding sort of like the environmental impact of always buying things brand new and trying to avoid overconsumption. But I had said they've never picked out clothes for themselves. For the most part, they are at the whim of whoever we're getting clothes from. Hi, sweetie. Did the kids go say hello to the neighbors? Yeah, pretty girl. Yeah, you smiling? You smiling? David's been out and he should be on his way back right now, and I plan to go out on my run in like an hour, hour and a half. But before then I need to eat like some kind of carb, something that is not sugar. Something that is just not pure sugar, I should say. I might have some pasta leftovers. Not too much though, I don't want to be weighed down. A little over 2 miles in, it's sprinkling. I'm kind of wishing I brought the hat I had on my head before I left. Because running in the rain is way easier with a hat. Keeps the raindrops out of your eyeballs. But so far, it's okay. What's growth without a little adversity? It's just a sprinkle for now. It got a little heavier going back and forth. So I just wait here a second, stay in the trees a little bit, see if they'll let up in a moment. I think that should probably be what I should do. Hope these people don't mind just like chilling on in their lawn here. If I had left the 45 minutes earlier like I wanted to, this would have happened much later. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that we have rain though. I hope whoever's tree this is doesn't mind that I'm crouched in their ditch at the moment. Like legitimately like crouched down under this tree because it kind of like comes out a little bit. My friend said that this storm rolls by pretty quickly, that it already hit where she is, so we're gonna see if that's true. I've already been waiting for like almost 5 minutes. I'm like eye level with the road right now, but it does feel like the rain is starting to let up a little bit. But I've been really poor at planning these last few runs, this last week, but this is how it goes sometimes. Ooh. I also feel like whenever it says that it's going to rain, it always pushes it off and pushes it off until it like never happens. So I just thought that this was going to be another one of those times. Clearly I've been duped, sorely mistaken, assumed, and now I'm just the ass, crouched in the ditch, waiting for the rain to pass. I called Dave. I called Dave and then he and the kids came and picked me up. I made it about 3.8 miles when all was said and done. Nowhere near the 11 miles meant to do today, but it is hammering it down. I am a soaked water rat and I need to like journal and like meditate on why do I procrastinate so much. If I had gone out the 45 minutes earlier at the time that I had told myself I was going to go out, because I said I was going to go out at 4, and then I didn't go out until 4:45-ish, and then it started hammering it down with rain 20 minutes later, I could have gotten at least 6 or 7 miles instead of the 3.8 I got. Live, learn, apply it. I don't know, is that the next part? That's the part I'm missing, because like I live and learn, but I don't feel like I always apply what I've learned to future situations. We need to like really get to the root of why I avoid things so hard. Also, another thing I realized today is that I have eaten so much sugar food today that I was just in a mood this afternoon, because I must have just like spiked everything, crashed from it, and then just like could not get out of my own way. So let's be a little bit more mindful going forward about how much sugar I'm eating. I'm not going to be mindful about much else, I don't think. So let's just focus on one thing at a time, and that thing is going to be sugar. Try to stay away from the sugar for a second, because my attitude yesterday versus today, very different. I would like to lean towards whatever yesterday was, personally. But I'm gonna put on some dry clothes. Let's see where my backpack was, nice and dry, right there. My watch, my phone, my AirPods, they all need like a little time to dry, and I need time to reflect. And then we will go over the run details, at least, of the 3.8 miles, and then make a little tentative plan about doing the other 8 miles that I didn't do. I guess like 7.2 miles I didn't do. All right, it is such a beautiful day today. Like, it is super sunny, super breezy. It feels like fall. I've got my sweater on, guys. Oh my gosh, this was the day to run, not yesterday's storm. But let's take a look at what I did manage to get done, and then I'll let you know what I'm kind of thinking about moving forward. The run yesterday, in the rain, the absolute downpour, was about a 44.5-minute run. It ended up being 3.83 miles long, and my average pace was 11 minutes and 36 seconds, which is, yeah, it is what I would call my mid speed, but I can't sustain that mid speed for very long. Like maybe like 4 or 5 miles. I don't think I could hold that pace for a full half marathon. I had an elevation gain of 167 feet. Obviously this was meant to be an 11-mile run that got cut short, but as far as my paces for each mile, I had 11 minutes 36 seconds, 11 minutes 58 seconds, 11 minutes 21 seconds, and for my 0.83 of a mile, my pace was set at 11 minutes 30 seconds a mile. And then I got picked up and called my husband. It's like, hey, come get me. I don't want to be here anymore. So overall, the pace was good, but it's the procrastination part. It has nothing to do with the run. The run itself was feeling okay. I think that I could have squeezed out an entire run without stopping to walk. We'll never know. And I'm going back and forth today. I think I know which one I'm gonna pick, but I'll say them out loud anyway. I can do an 11-mile run today instead, or I can do the leftover mileage from yesterday's run, which honestly, I think with where I currently stand with my consistency, my stamina, and everything, I think it would be better off for me to do the rest of the miles from yesterday and then continue on with runs, because today is meant to be a rest day. I'm not meant to do any runs today, which means I probably also have a 5-mile run tomorrow, and I don't really want to go from an 11-mile run to a 5-mile run to a 3-mile run to a 5-mile run all back to back. So I think the best case scenario is to just do the leftovers. I am this today. I didn't do any processing. I haven't used my journal today to like process what's the deal with my procrastination. I also feel like my brain is moving through molasses. Maybe I should just go sit outside for a little bit. I know that this makes kind of a big time jump in this video, but it's been 10 days since that run, and I am just really struggling to get out to run right now, and I'm not quite sure what it is that's making it so hard. There's 11 days real time for me right now until it's race day, and I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do a 12-mile run at some point before then. I was meant to do that 3 days ago now, but I don't know. I am in this phase right now. I am questioning why. I don't know how to explain it. At this moment, I am just kind of like laying out everything that I'm doing and going, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And does this still serve me? Does this still line up with what I want to achieve and what I want to do? And I think that running is in there, but I think like this vlogging part where I was gonna do like an 11-part series, like definitely for sure, is not serving me. It's not what I wanted it to be. It's not working out the way my declutter series went. This feels more pressure to do the running, where like the pressure to do the decluttering felt, I don't know, different because it was like a chore, where this is meant to be a hobby and it's meant to be fun and it's meant to be not so like scrutinized, I guess, which I don't know that there is anyone scrutinizing it, but it doesn't feel like I am living my life and then vlogging it. It feels like I've got to make life content for the vlog, and that's not where I want to be. So this is no longer going to be an 11-part series. I would like to do another like declutter series. That felt fine, and that felt more like a challenge, where this feels like it's encroaching on my life in a way that I don't want vlogs to be. And I won't stop talking about running or exercising and all of that stuff, but I don't know that I liked this. I don't think that this works for me in this way on this channel, at least. I hope that makes sense. It just feels like I am not living my life and then sharing it with you. It feels like I am trying to do my life for content, and I don't like that. It doesn't feel good. And skipping runs like this is inevitable at this point in my life and running journey, and just like, again, questioning what am I doing and why am I doing it, and is it still serving me? Sorry, my camera died. But I think what I was saying was just that I don't feel like I'm sharing my life with you, which is what I want this channel to be, is more just sharing things. And the chore things being challenges doesn't feel like, I don't know, a part of me, which hobbies do feel like. I'm still processing. I'm not even fully sure that that is coherent. But yeah, I can't finish off an 11 video series. I will still record race day, and I will still vlog once a week until then. Like, there's this vlog, and then there'll be another one, and then the race, I think. And I am wholeheartedly thinking about doing Vlogtober, which would be a series thing, and that feels more like sharing than, I don't know, this felt pressure in a weird way. And I think I need to think on that a little bit more. I appreciate that you've watched this video all the way to this point, and I hope that you're sticking around, because I will cover the race and the running and everything, and the fact that I haven't run for 10 days. Why? But yeah, I haven't been wanting to pick up my camera and then go for a run, or go for a run to, like, it's been a weird cycle, and I just need to think on it a little bit more, and then maybe we'll talk about it. I don't know if you care. But thank you so much for watching to this point. There will be a run video, so that we will close the loop, but we're just not making like dedicated content to it until race day. So thank you so much for watching this little failed attempt, but that's life. Sometimes you try stuff, sometimes it doesn't work, and I'm not gonna kill myself over content I'm not enjoying making. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.